Hey, this is Sonia with SEH Unlimited. Welcome to Saturday's Cousins, where we talk about our business, lives. We can talk about your business, whatever you like. But today, I'm here with TJ. You want to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm TJ with A1 Strong All Naturals. What's popping out there?
All right. So today, we kind of wanted to talk about looking for places to live. Whether you're renting, today we wanted to focus on renting, either apartments or houses. And so, from my experience, well, what I'm seeing in my 9 to 5 job is I work in a utility, and part of the requirement when you move into a place you are renting is that you start a utility account. Well, I kind of really wanted to discuss that and all the little things that you need to do to make life easier for you. What do you think about that, Miss TJ?
I'm all aboard. There's a lot of things that people just don't know. You have, first apartment hunt, hunters, people that are, yeah, there's a lot that people don't know. And so we are here to give a little knowledge.
Yeah. So, one of the big mistakes I made when I moved into apartments is I found an apartment the same size as the one I had, but it was $50 a month, 2 months or cheaper. And back in my day, $50. I mean, it wasn't gold, but it wasn't just nothing either.
That's still today.
But I moved in there, and my first apartment, my highest utility bill for electricity had been $150. For the new apartment, my wintertime bill for just 1 month was $400.
Woo!
I was saving $600 a year, and one wintertime bill ate up most of that. And plus, it was uncomfortable because it was cold. So, I wanted to talk about some ideas with that. Have you ever done troubleshooting as far as utility bills or anything like that?
Oh, most definitely. So if you go on the website, or even if you call, they have different types of program. Um, like they have what is it called? Like a fixed rate program or something like that.
Yeah, we call that the utility discount.
Yeah, so it's like they take the average I think is three
No,
month
that's
bill.
billing.
It's what?
That's budget billing.
Okay, yeah, they take the average of 3 months, and then that's what you'll pay over, I believe 12 months.
Now,
Um,
see, we do it an average over a year, and you have to have been active at that property for that year.
yes. And I'm trying to think of what else. I'm trying to I can't remember what the other options are, but also during the summertime, because it's a lot of people run their AC, so they have like a peak season, and it spans between out here in Oklahoma, I think between like July to September, and between the hours of 2 and 7, that's the peak time. I believe that's when the rates can triple, and on so forth. So during those times, what I do, you can't run nothing, no electricity. I mean, we try to keep everything unplugged, but you can't run the washing machine, you can't run the dishwasher, you can't run any type of heavy item that's going to use up a lot of electricity. Honestly, we don't even have the AC running during that time. The AC doesn't get turned on until after 7. And our electric bill, was running us about 80, no more than $85 a month. And what
So,
side?
So where you're at, they actually charge you by the hour, so you have like a automated meter already.
I don't know how they charge us. All I know is all I know is I get a bill and I pay it. And I just on their website on the energy efficient thing, yeah, they have energy efficient programs. And I just pay attention to that, and I know I signed up for the average billing thing. And when the kids were living here, we were paying like $167 a month. I was not used to that because my bill was only, like I said, about $80, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. And now that they're gone, um, I know this month's bill is still 166. But my actual bill has dropped down to like $80, what I'm used to paying. So, it's getting back down to normal. It was just the fact that there were 5 people in the house instead of 2 makes a
Mhm.
difference.
See, in the area that in the area that I live in, we have a flat rate and a preferred rate and a utility discount. Okay. And so how we do the billing up here is, let's just say you have a bill for 100 days.
Hmm.
You get a base charge for each day for the meter being there. And then during the summer, the first 10 hours of those days of each day will be at the preferred rate. And then every hour above that will be at the regular rate. Now, our utility discount is different than that because you have to apply for that. And what that does is give you a discount off these other two rates. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the budget billing is different because it doesn't actually save you any money. What it does is it looks at what you used last year, what you're going to use, and anticipate that you're going to have the same usage this year, breaks it up
Hmm.
bill once every 2 months. So it breaks it up into six equal payments. And at the end of the year, it recalculates itself. Now, we've run into issue where if somebody got on it and they didn't have a year of service at that particular address, it is either overbilled them or underbilled them and just flim flam out. And if before that, if you weren't careful, you could end up with a huge chunk of money on it after you move out. Either
I
that.
was just gonna ask. I was just gonna ask. So what happens if they overbill you or underbill you? If they overbill you, do they reimburse you? If they underbill you,
What
we know
happens?
for sure they're gonna send you the bill.
Well, what happens is it gets recalculated unless you call up and request a credit. It gets recalculated into next year's charges. So,
Okay.
for instance, every month you use $50. Okay,
Uh huh.
and the budget billing, let's say it says, oh, we think you're going to use 75, so it charges you 75. Then what'll happen is at the end of the year when it goes to recalculate, of course you're going to have this credit balance of about $250. So because it was charging you 75 and you're using 50, so it might drop what it charges you the next year down to 25. And then you would think that that would make it meet up here. And
But
usually
no.
happening is you end up with a smaller credit, because you
And
haven't
then the
used.
next year, it's a continuous cycle. Next year, you're old.
Yeah. And so that's why we require that your service be active for a year in the same place.
Makes much sense.
And a lot of places up here, when you go to rent them, they are putting it in your lease that you are responsible for the appliances.
Which,
Now,
like,
washer, dryer,
uh, meaning you have to provide them.
no, not provide them that. If they break,
Oh,
you have to pay to maintain them.
ooh.
And I found that a lot of homeowners are doing that because they're renting out the property, then the next tenant gets in and the it doesn't work for them, and so they want to tag the next tenant, the previous tenant, for it because they're the ones who probably broke it. Only problem I have with that scenario is I'd be okay with it if they provided me upon move in a a written guarantee that this thing is in great shape.
Uh-huh.
And I mean from a person that looks at it, not you saying, "Oh, I looked at it, there ain't no scratches." Well, it's like with washers. When people put too much stuff in there, that wheel drum will go around and eventually will warp and warp. Somebody go in there, put a T-shirt in there, and boom, it just breaks.
Yep. I've been there. That's why
Uh,
I currently
I
that's
think
why I
I'm.
currently use a dryer now. Renters insurance. Is that's what we were talking about?
Yeah, you got to get renter's insurance. Yeah. Okay. So with renter's insurance, it usually costs less than $20 a month. But if something happens, um, I had an apartment where somebody's apartment caught on fire. Turned out what I think happened allegedly. I think that they never cleaned out those dryer vents. Somebody had a spark go up that dryer vent, start a fire, burn 5 apartments. And what I found out from the maintenance person is that the insurance that the person had on the unit whose apartment started the fire is probably just going to cover their apartment and the damage to the building. The other 4 or 5 units, they're all going to have to go through their own insurance. Um, and depending on the insurance, one thing about your insurance is if you get put out your house in the middle of the night with uh, nowhere to go, see
Mhm.
if you can get it included in your insurance that it covers somewhere for you to go. There,
Yep, for an extended amount of time.
hmm and keep in touch with them. Don't just get somewhere and stay there. If you keep in touch with your insurance person and keep on top of what's happening. Now, in the case of an apartment, obviously the apartment complex is going to be on top of them. But in the case that it happens to your house, you really need to be on top of it. Now, and you need to keep in touch with your insurance person. I had an issue. I had a tree fall on my house, and the adjuster sent, or the insurance sent out an adjuster. This adjuster brought his son, who was 17 at the time, so there's no way that that kid could have been um, licensed or certified. And so he said, "Yeah, I'm teaching my son the business." And his son went up and checked on our roof, but he didn't go and check up on our roof. And then on top of that, he didn't turn the paperwork into the insurance. So I'm talking to the insurance, which should have been took 2 weeks. We ended up staying in a hotel for 4 months because delay after delay because they didn't get the paperwork from that insurance person, from that adjuster.
Wow.
So they sent out another adjuster who came over and didn't bring a ladder. And he asked me to use my man. If he slipped, am I liable for this? And so we
I
went up,
need you to sign this.
huh?
I said, I need you to sign this waiver before you use my ladder.
Yeah,
That's just crazy.
yeah. So maybe just create a waiver and you just have a bunch of them. That way, when people enter to do work and stuff, here, sign this, sign this.
Oh, Not liable. Oh, you know another thing
Mm,
for apartments, because some apartments come with fireplaces.
yeah,
So yeah, make sure that you check when the last cleaning happened, because those are hazards as well.
they are. And I've actually been on the other end of the line listening to an apartment manager be told by a man who was inspecting the fireplace that she shouldn't rent out the apartment until they get a lot of it, get it repaired. And he said it looked so bad in there, he would suspect, he would advise her to tell all the other tenants not to light fires. And and then she just looked at him. It was like she didn't, negotiated with him a little bit. It was like she didn't even hear him. Well, you gonna sign off on this so I can rent the apartment? And it's people like that who ruin it for everyone. But now you really gotta walk in with your head up to the limit. That's what's up.
Your volume,
My volume up or down?
it just it's back to normal now. I don't know what
Maybe
happened for a minute.
maybe I did this. Put my hands in front of my
Just
face.
it kind of sounded a little muffled, but yeah, it's back to normal.
Okay. But yeah, you gotta really, really, really protect yourself. The biggest thing about apartments is when you move in, when they give you the key, when they are doing that walkthrough with you, take
Yes,
pictures
pictures, videos, some type of proof.
and try to get them in that picture so that they can't say that you took it later.
Yes, I went through that. Um, Not my last apartments, but the apartments prior to that. Um, they had a leak. I was on the third floor. There was a leak in the roof, and the water came down through the wall. Anyhow, they knew about it. They came in and basically put a fan in, dried the wall, sprayed it with some spray. Well, I couldn't tell you how long later, but all of a sudden this black stuff started appearing. Of course, it's mold. So I call them in. They come in. They do the exact same thing. This is the reason why I moved out. They do the exact same thing. Spray some stuff, and they just say it's like a spray paint, but it kills the mold or whatever, so it's not dangerous. So anyhow, moved out, cleaned the unit, did a walkthrough. I did video and made sure I got the lady in the video talking and telling me everything's good. Oh my God, this is better. We don't have anything to do when we move out. Literally play. I cleaned it really good.
Hmm.
And oh yeah, you're gonna get your full security deposit back. I'm waiting for my security deposit, and then I call and ask them, hey, what's the holdup? She tries to tell me, oh, the way you left that apartment, um, there's a stain on the rug from right where the TV area is. It looks like there was a leak or something. And then I said, hold up. I had to go through and I said, I have you guys on video telling me when we did the walkthrough that everything is good. You guys know about what's going on in that corner. You guys came and sprayed it. You treated it. I don't have anything to do with that. So once I told them I was sending a video to corporate, literally the next day I received a call that my check was in the mail. And so yeah, I don't play with these people because they're just too shisty. And one, I don't play about my money.
Yeah, I had a place where they had these really ugly living room lanterns for over the dining room table, and these things were from back in the 70s, the old wicker stuff. And so I took it down. I put a little white fan up, a little white fan with a little fan light and everything. And I figured, you know what? When I get ready to move, I'll just put the other one back. Well, I went to put the other one back when I got ready to move, but I lost a screw. And I was just like, man. Now, I was very young. I didn't think, hey, You know what? Go to Home Depot and get a, or some hardware store and get a screw. No, I'm like, oh, they never make screws like that again. And so I left the white fan up there. They charged me $120 because that old light wasn't up there. And I still had a friend living there. They went through and changed everybody's to those little fan lights, white fan lights, and
That you had because it looked good.
because it looked good. And I'm pretty sure they raised the rent. I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure they did. But that was the worst apartment I've ever had. It was like the worst insulation. If knowing what I know since I started working at the utility, I would have done a lot better in fixing my insulation. So there are these little things called window kits, and they're like a piece of plastic that you can, like, pretend this is my computer screen. You just put it on the inside, and it kind of buffers. Keeps the cold air outside, keeps the hot air inside. I'd probably recommend putting up two. That way, those two layers have a layer in between.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the doors, that there's some foam that you can staple into the on the sides and across the top. If your doors don't have that, air is going in and out your place. And
I'm so
hmm,
no, I was gonna say I'm so glad you said how to do it, staple it, because I have the kit for the door
hmm,
that foams the rubber stuff or whatever it is. It has the tape to it, but that tape doesn't stick. And I kept thinking, how?
I
Thank
think you
you.
I think you tape it so it'll stay still, and then you staple it.
Thank you. Because this brain didn't think of that. I was so dumbfounded. Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
and then I saw that there are. I'm going to go to another page and try to look for it. But there were for apartments, for apartment walls, it's stuff that you do on the inside. Give me just a moment here.
To insulate the walls or
Basically,
the
yeah. I saw these a long time ago. They were like these 3 foot by 3 foot panels, and they insulate your walls. That way, you can, when you move away from that place, you can take it with you.
see, my house was built in 87 and I know for a fact I need new windows. I need new doors. However, I went through, I don't know if it was the gas company or the electric company, but one of them, or it could have even been the city, anyhow, one of them had that free winterization program.
Hmm.
And I went through them. All I can tell you is it was some shit.
They were what?
I have no idea if they even did anything. They put up, I had previously, and that's the reason why I bought more. I had previously nailed that strip on the side of my wall. I mean, in the inside of the door, but
Uh-huh.
right at the bottom, it's like the door is not. It doesn't like connect, and so there is a little gap. And so I kind of like double padded it where you couldn't see the streak of light. Well, they removed all of my stuff and put up their own stuff, but the gap is back now.
You're just gonna have to find something to fill that gap in. And you said it's at the bottom.
It's at the bottom. It's like when right. It's right when you open and close the door, right at the bottom. And so, no, what I plan on doing is putting that the siding back up, but and do it the same thing, double layer it. I mean, when I double layered it, it worked. It was just that I guess it because it looked tacky to them, they took it down. I have no idea, but anyhow, I'm making a mess. What else is there as far as when you own an apartment?
You can get temporary
Oh,
walls.
okay. Let me ask you this: where you live at, do your apartments do they have how many locks do they have on the door?
Typically, you have two. You have a bolt lock and a doorknob.
A lot of these apartments out here in Oklahoma, they don't even have a bolt.
That's kind of like a bedroom door, I bet too.
Yeah, like my daughter's apartment. She said she was like, I need to ask them if I can put a deadbolt on there because this I just don't like how these doors are. And I'm like, yeah. So anyway, but the hardware stores sell security bars.
Hmm.
So that's what she's going to get.
Hold on, let me grab something real quick. Can you hear me? Probably not. I can't hear you.
Yes, I hear you. I just had my mouth full.
I can see it. Oh,
If we want to know what I'm eating, crab legs. I broke them all up in a section. So also another thing about apartments, check your landlord and tenant affairs, especially regarding your security deposits. Um, because I'm originally from Maryland, and I had never heard about any. You always get your security deposit as long as you left the place in good condition. So moving to Oklahoma, it was a big thing where people were like, "Don't expect your security deposit. They don't ever give your security deposits back." Every place I've lived in while I've lived in out here in Oklahoma, I've received my security deposit back because there's no reason for them to keep it. There's no reason for them to keep any portion of it unless it was stated otherwise in the lease agreement. So do your due diligence and yeah, make sure you get your brand back. Take a quick intermission.
Thank you. See, this is one of the other labels I made. I want to see what it looks like.
Okay, is that for the soap?
Yeah, I got a coaster. I'm gonna put it on. And this is just a coaster I made quite a while ago.
Well,
See,
oh, okay. Wait a minute. Oh, I like that. Did you make it specifically for somebody?
no, no. Somebody asked me for some Seahawk stuff, and I thought I'd try it out because I wanted to try out my process.
Uh
Because a lot
huh.
of people, what they'll do is when they use stickers, they'll stick it on top and they'll have like a really thin layer of epoxy on there. So you can still, the sticker will still eventually come off because it'll wear. That's
But
what I,
yours,
huh?
you did yours inside.
Yeah. So you
So
press.
how are you happy with the final the process that you use?
Yeah, I am. The only issues I ever have is sometimes when I stop watching it, around the edges will get kind of thin and then I'll have a bubble. So what I need to do is I need to sand it and then fill these areas in, and then the top I'm gonna smooth out the layer so the quarters are rounded. But yeah, I like it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if this label sticks on the back, and then I can put that in. Then that'll be like my little signature stamp. What do you think?
I think it's cool. I think that is cool. But okay, so but your signature stamp is it able to be peeled off or it's going to be embedded in it? I know you said it's a sticker.
I think I'm gonna cover it so that it's in it,
Yeah.
so that when people say, "Where'd you get that?" Oh, by the way, I had somebody else say, I don't know whether it's C Unlimited, and you said C Unlimited.
I
And,
always be saying stay unlimited.
and this is what I was thinking. I can put something out and I can say, C Unlimited. I see it. Oh, I see what I look for. I see opportunity, constant opportunity. Say Unlimited. I'm going to say what I need to, what I want to, when I want to. It is everything. SEH. However you want to play it, baby.
Yes. That is gonna be hilarious because yeah, everybody's have different pronunciations of it, regardless of how many times you say how it is.
Yeah, the
See
funny,
and say.
huh?
I said see and say.
I had one person say, I ain't even trying to that. I ain't even gonna try to say that.
For some reason, my husband wanted some crab legs, so
So you went and got some and then you sat there and ate it.
that's what it was. So, what new soaps do you have?
Oh, well, I just did one I called vacation with the British lilac peppermint blend. See,
Okay.
but it's just a thing that says, I made that. Oh. So here's this one. And I added moringa oil to it.
Oh,
am such a procrastinator when it comes to getting all my stuff put up for sale, and I need to put it on there. Right now, I'm just having people email me. It's like, tell me what you want. And I have to come up with a price list, an official price list, and I need to make more. Let me get it and not show you.
Okay. That's me. I need two different sizes.
All right, thank you. So turn on the light a little bit brighter. So here is a soap dish that I just made.
Ooh.
It's pink and black.
Pink and black.
Hmm.
Okay. I can't from here it looks like a grayish.
You know, I
Yeah, the
think
pink
that's
color's not coming through.
yeah, I think that's because of the computer reflection.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
But you're gonna post it.
What about that?
I need that piece in my bathroom.
And then I got these here. It's kind of made of silicone, but it's a sponge, and so it'll stop your soap from melting so much.
Oh.
And then, when your soap has melted and this gets full, you can just use it to scrub yourself because it's soft.
Well, you already know. You should see the little yeah, I got a little glob in my corner.
Yeah. I usually take the gloves and do it in my hair.
I take it my little scrubber, my exfoliating sponge. That I take that and I just take and rub that over. And I'm like, well, it's my little.
There you go.
I'm like, no waste here.
Oh, I want to show you the latest magnet I just made. Hold on. Okay.
Uh, Wait a minute. A fish? I see a tail.
Yeah, it's a mermaid tail.
Okay.
And then
I
I'm going to
like that one.
the back.
And what's the colors? Blue?
It,
Like a rainbow effect?
yeah. And then like blue, purple, gold. Let's see what this one is. No, that doesn't. It's
I
kind
know
of like,
you were making some other ones at one time.
yeah.
Well, now did you do any new lions?
Not yet. I'm going to do more lions.
Wait a minute. You had a turtle.
I do. I have a turtle uh, soap mold. Soap make. I gotta find it so I can make one. That'll be awesome. Let me go check my soap. Hold on.
And I'm gonna go wash my hands.
All right. So I've been out here 42 minutes. So with my soap, what I like to do is with my vitamins and minerals, the aloe, the glycerin, the soap base, I like to melt it together, let it get hard, and melt it a time or two more just so everything marries each other. And then I put my essential oils in for the scent. And, ooh, baby. And what I'm working on right now is neroli and jasmine. I believe that's what it is. Neroli and jasmine. But those are gonna be cute, and they're gonna end up on their own silk dish. That's what well. Okay, so the soap dishes. I like put this puppy in there. Get this and include a magic. Saran wrap that together.
Which one is this now? I missed it.
Oh, I just went to check on my soap, and I was just explaining what I do with the soap.
I literally had two crab legs and I'm full, but I'm still gonna eat this Twizzler.
Still gonna eat the Twizzler. I know what I'm gonna do is when I go to put these on something dark, what I'm gonna do is maybe put a layer of white resin under it. Okay.
Yeah.
Or I could
Wait a minute.
just put a white paper under it.
You gonna put the white paper? Oh, I'm loud.
Under it
Um,
so you can see it
the
better.
white paper and then your tag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I can just leave it like that. That's all it is.
I think the white paper is gonna bring more contrast to it.
Yeah.
Do it. Well, whenever you get time, do the sample with the white paper. Ooh, try one with black. Or is that too much?
No, it's not too much. Hold on, I got another piece I can put on the back, so hang on. Okay, so this is what it would look like if I put a piece of white paper under it.
Okay. Well, oh, wait a minute. I thought, no, wait a minute. No. Uh-uh. I thought you were meaning that like the bottom of the coaster was going to be white and then your tag was going to be over that.
Yeah, I think I should just leave
If
my.
you're just going to, don't, no. Uh-uh.
Well, let's see what it looks like without the paper.
Yeah, not with that white paper.
Like it.
Oh, heck yeah. Dang, that joint is hitting. Yeah, that is really good.
Thank you. Oh,
If you're liking what you see, go ahead and send out put out an offer. Put it down in the comments.
no, most people aren't going to watch this live. They'll watch it after the fact.
Hey, they can still put it in the comments.
Yeah. No, these are the first time I'm making clocks, and I think this is really cool.
It is.
You just put
That
everything
was
in
awesome.
like speed
Now, does
time.
it stand up on? Does it stand? Is it flat? Like one of is the side flat where to stand up?
It is, but it's not thick enough. It would need a base.
Okay,
So it's only that thick.
I see.
So yeah, so it's like it can stand.
But it.
Yeah, it can stand. There, let's pretend like it's standing right there.
Yeah, I saw it.
See, just trying to pretend it was standing at the bottom of the frame there. But I have another one that's a little thicker too. I have a memorial one that I'm working on for somebody, and that will be interesting. But the main thing is learning how to work these stickers. I guess it's how you make those fake tattoos.
It's how you make what?
Fake tattoos.
As far as your tag,
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
and you created that yourself. You didn't have it like printed at a place.
No, I just printed it on my own printer.
Okay.
Yeah, see, on something just as dark, you can't really see it.
Well, as far can you see it in person good? Because that's all that matters.
For it.
Like yeah, as long as when it's on there and you physically have it and it comes out, clear. Yeah.
Oh, let's see what it looks like when it dries. This one certainly looks better now that it is dry.
Okay.
But I figure, you know what? My pipe dream is that I get to become one of these artists where this will be a collector's item.
Now you got to get the official The official NFL, NBA stamps on them.
No.
Come on now.
You know how much that stuff costs?
No. Well, no, we're thinking big endorsements.
I know, but see, the thing is that to make stuff, if I were to have them want it, they're gonna want me to be able to
A
make
cut
a whole bunch of them exactly the same. I can't.
production that takes it out of your hands. Slow your horses.
Maybe I'll use these ones up on lighter ones, and then I'll make something that has a black background and big old neon letters. SEH, home yes, liberty. You making me hungry.
You know what this is about. But you know, I would cook meals because I try to cook small for me and my husband, but I overcook sometimes. But that's all right because I just take the left. I put them in baggies and freeze it.
Hmm.
Had oxtails. Took the oxtails out, thawed them. Pretty much made like Berea oxtails. Oh my god! And all the tomatoes and the peppers and everything. I took it out, blended it up, put some rice on, and just poured that in with a little bit of broth to make my little Spanish rice. Oh my god! It made me want to do it. Yay!
Taking a picture of this and seeing if I could see it better in the camera.
I love Twizzlers and I try not to eat them
Why is that?
because of the junk in it and that especially that red dye. But they're just so good.
Dies.
That artificial color red 40.
Yeah, that one is the one that was um, considered a scientific joke. That some people really like it and some people really don't. But it's something. It detects something in your system. If there's something in your system, I can't remember what it's about. Never mind. I need to shut up.
I have not had Twizzlers in a minute.
I'm gonna get me something to eat. But I want to see if I can. Hold on. All right, talk now.
What do you what do you plan on getting to eat?
I want to see something. Can you hear me?
Yes. Staticky. Static. No, it's quiet now. If you're talking, I can't hear you. It says your mic is muted. You're very low.
Now?
Yep. Good.
Oh,
Okay, so tell me what you got planned to eat.
I think I'm gonna make some oatmeal.
I wish I could send you some of this okra stew or some of this oxtails. I even have lasagna in the freezer. It's not cooked though.
I have some spaghetti sauce, and it doesn't go good with oatmeal.
Oh no. You have noodles?
Yeah,
You got cottage cheese?
no,
You got sour cream?
no.
Darn it. I was trying to help you make a little quick lasagna meal. You got cheese, regular cheese?
I got ricotta cheese.
Oh, ricotta?
Hmm. Yeah, but
It's too late.
yeah, because it's like when making my lasagna, I like to have.
No, I was gonna say no, a quick lasagna soup, like
Oh, with the spaghetti.
pretty much like a homemade hamburger helper.
Okay, I got you. I started thinking lasagna. It's like I like to have my sausage with my hamburger, with my ground chicken and my ground turkey. I like to mix all of that up together. It makes it a weird consistency. Spice it up, then put my ricotta, the sauce. But yeah,
Try it in a soup.
I know, but I gotta fry all the meat up.
Yeah.
I just want something.
I got a salad in there from earlier, a spinach salad. I just need a I know I'm just gonna go downstairs and I have no idea what I'm about to do when we end this live.
Well, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and say goodnight to the people. Hopefully, you enjoyed hanging out. We did have one person that came in and commented, but I didn't understand his message. Did you
What
see
does
it?
it say? I have BBC. That's so funny. I'm so bored. I don't know. I guess we're a little slow as BBC. I'm not
No.
good.
Well, you know what? The main thing is getting our groove on. That's the main thing. This was mainly kind of like a practice, but I think once we get our groove in, then we'll play off more of each other. But the thing is we have to. I don't know about you, but I work better if I talk to somebody a lot in this format. Then I can learn how to groove with them and develop that. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
She's like, I don't care what you're saying.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I was trying to figure out what BBC was. Was he talking about the BBC network? What was he talking about?
I told you I have no idea what the message meant. I said hi to him, and then I said I don't have any idea what you meant, but
Um,
let me go. Let's go ahead and end this. So say goodnight, TJ.
good night. Good night. Good night.
You all be safe wherever you are, and yeah, just be safe
Be
and be
safe.
kind.
Be safe. Be safe.
Yeah, be kind to all people named Sonia.
And TJ.
All right, bye bye.